Hello, this is something which I made up myself. It's the 5 things that all babies should do. I hope that it helps a wide variety of healthcare professionals because it's quite a common presentation at the emergency department or at GP practice. These families who show up with small babies may be met by varying levels of confidence. They may be seen by an F1 doctor or a new ANP. I hope this will be interesting to new paediatric nurses. Hopefully it might be a helpful mind tool for how to review and also how to reassure. Number 1. All babies should enjoy their feed. Whether it's breast or bottle, babies should enjoy sucking and swallowing. If there is a presence of back arching, crying mid-feed, unable to complete feed, then consider, is the formula-fed baby taking too much? I try not to use the term overfeeding. The blame should be placed on the baby, not the parent. Parents can help their baby by feeding less or more frequently. With more swallows and cuddles and burping, babies will grow on 120 ml per kg to 165 ml per kg per day. Is the breastfed baby latching well? Any clicking noises? Do they settle after? And for how long are the breasts emptying? Are they vomiting? What, when, and how much is coming up? Is it distressing for the baby, that is? Are they passing urine? Babies feed well should pass urine. Have they passed in the first 24 hours? Babies should pass 1 on day 1, then 2 on day 2, then 3 on day 3, up to day 5, we should have around 6, and that continues. The first day, common for small female babies to have pseudo-menstruation. This is quite distressing for new dads where they find that the baby had what looks like a period in the nappy. It's a very small amount of red blood, which usually goes away in the first 24 hours. This is because of mum's circulating estrogen levels still within baby. In the first week, urates, which are an orange colour, can be a sign of poor feeding or weight loss. If urine has become more coloured, it's a sign of feeding reduction or increased losses, for example, through fever or hot weather. I would always advise if a baby passing coloured urine that they need to increase their fluid intake. Number 3, they should open their bowels. Babies who are feeding well and passing urine should open their bowels to a varying extent, and it's very variable. Breastfed infants can do 1 in 7 days or 7 in 1 day. What comes out is actually more important. If bloody, then always look for pathology. For example, cow's milk protein intolerance, constipation with impaction, Meckel's diverticulum, bleeding disorders. If it's solid and like a rabbit poo, then always this is an indication of constipation. If passing the rabbit poo or less than 3 times per week with distress, ongoing for more than 4 weeks, then diagnose constipation and try laxative and review effect. Almost all babies who have tummy pain might have constipation. Number 4, with all of this food and peeing and pooing, they should grow and develop. Babies enjoying their feed will become strong. They will hold their heads upright by 4 to 6 weeks, and they will begin using their hands and smiling. Plot their weight in OFC on a Untitled chart, write it in the red book if it's available. Babies doing all the above things but not growing or developing will be a cause for assessment by a paediatrician and possible admission to monitor closely. Neglect is sadly a common reason. Metabolic or malabsorption is usually less likely. And number 5, all babies, they should do something that drives parents up the wall of worry. Babies that stay quiet and do nothing, they're far more scary and more worrying to me. I like to recognise the simplicity of this statement and apologise if it's appearing glib, but I do think that we need to recognise that if all 1 to 4 is going well enough or need only minimal alteration, then parents need to be congratulated. It's okay to be worried, and we're glad they've had their baby checked out, and we're even more glad to say that there doesn't appear to be anything wrong with their baby. If anything changes, they should see their family health practitioner. Common ones here. People always show up with concerns of what is periodic breathing. It's normal for a baby in the first 6 months to pause their breathing for 10 seconds, then followed by a period of rapid breathing without colour changes or any distress. Easy to reassure them and just say that it's absolutely fine, they can go home. But also jittery motions with arms outstretched, motor reflex. This is the motor reflex and it's not a seizure. Lip smacking and eye movements in sleep are also very normal, not a seizure. Crying for hours in the evenings. This is all very much part of normal baby behaviour, which, fair enough, drives parents up the wall with worry. By going through these 5 things with a worried parent, you can assess for most things which can go wrong with a baby. And at the same time, I find it's an easy way for parents to understand and follow, and hopefully leave your consultation feeling listened to and reassured.